Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the about to be rainy Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be the narcissist never thought you would figure them out. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So this is one of the secrets of the narcissistic relationship. When you're in it, the narcissist never believes that you're going to figure out who they are. It's kind of like a whodunit, a mystery. It's like a puzzle that they believe you will never solve because they believe, first of all, that they're smarter than you and that you are not that intelligent and that they can continue to manipulate you and gaslight you and treat you poorly, keep you spinning around on that hamster wheel so you never figure them out. That's just one of thousands of ways they never think you will figure it out. Understand the message. If you are on my channel getting the wisdom, you either A, have figured them out, B, you are in the process of figuring them out, or C, you're getting answers to discovering exactly who the individual is you are with. Any of those three are very important for you because while you are becoming awakened and aware and educated and empowered, and you're deciding if you want to stay in the relationship or not, or you've already identified that this individual, i.e. individuals, are toxic and you want nothing to do with them, that's a good thing. What is the person you're thinking of doing right now? They are probably weaponizing other people's emotions and or resources against themselves. In other words, they probably are with the new supply or supplies with individuals who are not on my channel getting the wisdom, which at one point was you. I hope you understand that because I unpacked a lot in a little bit there. The thing is this, is the narcissist believes that they can continue to throw you a breadcrumb of hope, of perhaps the euphoric stage, of happiness, of joy. And they can continue to do that here and there, and then in between continue to gaslight you, give you the silent treatment, stonewall you. You would experience rage fits from them. You'd be ghosted. You would be invalidated, treated less than, devalued, triangulated. The list goes on and on. But the point being is, remember, the narcissist needed you. Play that again. The narcissist needed you. And right now, whoever they're with, they need that person. And you may say, well, Andrew, what's going on there? I don't quite follow that. The reason is because the narcissist is a people collector. They love to collect relationships and put more notches on their belt saying, yes, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one. Because they want to go back in time and look back at the relationships that they were a part of and think to themselves, yep, I got one over on that person. Yep, they never figured me out. Yep, I manipulated that one. Yes, I took their house. Yes, I parental alienated this one. Yes, this one I used the smear campaign on. Yes, this one was super close to figuring me out, but what did I do? Yes, I threw in a little love bomb stage there, then I discarded them because they were getting a little too close to discovering who I was. These are just some of the ideas that could pass through the narcissist's mind, but what they never figure out, they never believe that you will figure them out, is what I meant to say. They don't. They don't think that you're that smart. That is why, if, example, during the relationship, if you took notes, mental notes, physical notes, notes on your phone, if you journaled, if you were looking on the internet, YouTube or Google or one of these search platforms, if you were looking for a thing like spouse won't talk to me or spouse ghosting, things like that, think about what I'm sharing with you. If you were looking up terms that you didn't even know existed or trying to figure out, get to the bottom of the relationship that you were a part of, that is a huge red flag. But it also tells me that you were doing homework. You were getting close to discovering who they were. And then lo and behold, one day, boom, my channel popped up. You got your first light bulb moment and here you are. Now you're becoming the new version of you. You're understanding that narcissism is prevalent on the planet and that perhaps not only the person you're thinking about could be a narcissist, but other individuals that you have surrounded yourself throughout life also could be toxic people or people that don't have your best interest at heart. Maybe it's your mom or dad, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, a relative, an ex-boyfriend, girlfriend. Maybe it was a teacher. Maybe it was someone you were in a community or organization with. Who knows who these people are? But once you get on the rabbit hole of education on the narcissistic abusive cycle, the natural path after that is to, once you've identified who you were thinking about, who you were researching and what this relationship was about, you have no other alternative but to explore other relationships. That's just what we all do. It's a natural progression. It's the way it works. And there are times when you're doing this and you're going to be thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, that's what that meant. That's what that strange behavior was. That's what that was. That's why when I went to have the romantic dinner with my spouse, mysteriously someone else showed up sitting at a table away from me that I work with of the same sex as me. Like, was that a coincidence? No, it wasn't. These are just small examples of the strangeness of the narcissistic relationship. And your relationship was littered with poor behavior. What happened with you, most likely, is A, you didn't know they were a narcissist, but B, you were not trusting your instincts and or intuition, and you were ignoring red flags. Maybe you were in love. Maybe you believed in this person. Maybe you believed in marriage. Maybe you believed that they had your best interest at heart. Nothing could have been further from the truth. Remember, once you profess these 3 magic words to the narcissist, I love you, or I'll loan you money, or yes, let's move, or let's start a business, or let's go do this, that, whatever it may be. But once you tell the narcissist how you feel and you really want to be involved with them, it's game over. That's when they know they have you, and that's when you're in it too deep. Because most likely, let's take the wedding example, it's the easiest one. Let's say you got married to the narcissist, you professed your love to them, then you got married rather quickly. That's how it happens usually. Well, once that wedding ring was on their finger, they knew, I now have this person. They are now my cover to make me look good to the general public, and behind closed doors, I will abuse them mentally, perhaps physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually. I will blow up every relationship I can. I will drive a wedge between them and anything that's important to them. Why? Because I'm a narcissist. Why? Because that's what I do. Why? Because I want to crush this person who just put a ring on my finger. Think about it. That's why so frequently when you get married, shortly thereafter, that's when things change, things shift. Or perhaps when you had your first child, maybe that's when things shifted. Or when you relocated, or you went into business or loaned them money, whatever. Any of these things are catalysts for the narcissist to now throw you into the devaluation stage or the narcissistic fog, where you are just spinning around. You don't know what's up or down, in or out, left or right. But what the narcissist knows is they place you there, and now they can pay less and less attention to you. And they will be with you, present physically and or checking in with you less and less. Why? Because they know where they placed you. And on top of that, they know that you will jump the moment that the narcissist texts you or calls you, that you're on high alert. So you always answer their call or text as fast as you possibly can, because you are always reporting back to the narcissist. This is exactly how they wanted you. It's where they placed you. Now what happens is, post-relationship, or perhaps throughout the relationship, you're being treated so badly, and I will say that with emphasis, because remember, the narcissist does not know how to lay off the gas. They know one speed, and it is full speed ahead to Destructionsville. That's what they like. That's why they can't keep long-term friendships. That's why they get married multiple times. That's why they have multiple sources of supply, because they blow up each and every one. Friendships, family members, relatives, neighbors, coworkers, whomever. The narcissist can't help themselves. And that's not a pass for the narcissist. It's, if they could even introspect 1%, they would be 1% better than they are, but they can't do that. They just want to destroy things. They don't want to create. They want to disrupt. They don't want to build. They want a future fake, not head in the same direction as you were headed. Point being, with all these things, they never thought that you would figure them out. They really didn't, because they're arrogant, they're cocky, they're self-serving, they're self-centered. They believe that they are entitled, and they believe the rules don't apply to them. They believe that actually you are not smart enough to deduce what they were and or are. When you do, remember, you can't unsee what you've seen. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Once you have identified who these people are, that's when it's game, set, match for you. In other words, checkmate for you. You win. Now, relationships are not competitions with you, of course, but that's how the narcissist sees it. Remember, each and every day you're in the narcissistic relationship, it's like a cat and mouse game. It's the cat and the mouse, and you're the cat. You're the mouse, they're the cat, and they're pawing at you and poking you around, pushing you around. They're playing with you, essentially, until that relationship ends. It's exactly what they're doing, from paw to paw, back and forth, boom, 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 and you don't know what's going on. And then eventually that relationship fizzles out, because each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. And then you were left, as that mouse analogy, you were left for dead. Sorry to say that, but you were a trigger warning a little bit late. But the truth is, you resuscitated yourself and you brought yourself back to life. And that cat, i.e. the narcissist, went on to a new mouse. Boom, that's what they do. All over the globe, over and over and over again. But they never thought, A, you would survive, B, you would get the wisdom, and C, you would put yourself back together the way you did. You're doing it. You're on the channel. You're getting the wisdom. You're coupling your experiences with the community, and you're paying it forward. That's a beautiful thing. That's called the healing path. And remember, the healing path is not linear. You'll have some good days, some not so good days, but my hope is in time you will heal. You will get to that mountaintop of indifference, the pinnacle of indifference, where you flat out don't care about the narcissist. You wish them the best of luck. Just stay away from me. Those are exactly the words that I would suggest you do. Just stay away. Remember, we take the high road on the channel. But having said these things, they really never thought you would figure them out. So let's go back to when you were in the relationship. Say there was a pivotal day or a couple days when you put your foot down, you put up a boundary and said, hey, I'm not being treated properly here. What's going on? Like, you're treating complete strangers better than me, or neighbors or acquaintances. I don't get it. Then they're catching on. Now they're figuring out, uh-oh, this one's getting smart. They're starting to figure it out. What should I do? Should I give them a mini love bomb stage? Or should I take it to the next level? When you've been in the relationship for a good period of time, they usually take it to the next level when they know you're really catching on. And that's when they will say, boom, mask is gonna now not slip off my face. It's gonna come crashing to the ground, and I will discard you, or I will end it, because they know that you're onto them. And maybe you didn't figure them out right then and there, but if you were discarded shortly thereafter is probably when you figured it out. Maybe you were smarter or more fortunate and you figured it out when you were in the relationship. That's for a whole different video, but the point is, it is not a coincidence you found my channel. It's not a coincidence that you now speak a separate language, which is the narcissistic abusive cycle language. It's not a coincidence that you're here with me right now. It's not a coincidence that you had to go through the relationship to get to this point in time. Just remember, there are so many tens and hundreds of millions of people who go through the narcissistic abusive cycle and they don't discover what they were up against. Think about it. Think about your parents and or grandparents before the internet or the smartphone days. They probably didn't figure it out, and maybe they went through it. There's a good chance that either they did or somebody you know. And the whole point there is, now we are fortunate. We have YouTube, we have educational platforms for free to share our wisdom and experience with people. That's exactly the path. That's what we are doing. We're learning, we're growing, we're teaching, we're becoming better, stronger. We are understanding that boundaries are imperative, and that yes, in fact, we did figure out who the narcissist was and or is. So now that we understand these things and we're insulating ourselves, we know that putting boundaries in place is instrumental. Not being a people pleaser is the path, and investing in ourselves, not dropping our attention at the drop of a hat to help out complete strangers anymore. I'm not saying don't help people. I'm saying harness your empathy. Become the educated empath, which I created a video titled that a couple weeks ago. The educated empath is an amazing individual. That's a person who now knows who they are and what their worth is and what their value is. That's something the narcissist saw in you before you could even figure it out yourself. But before I close the video, remember, the narcissist honestly did not think you would ever figure them out. They really didn't. They just thought that you would take the blame for the relationship. They thought you would be responsible for the ending of the relationship. They thought that they could blame shift you and you would take on all the weight, all the toxicity that the narcissist dished out, and that you would own it. Why? Because that's what you did throughout the body of the relationship until you figured them out. That's what you did. Once you really, really get the message and you understand that the toxicity in that relationship, it was all from the narcissist. It was all meant to disrupt your energy. It was because they wanted to exchange their toxicity with your positivity. And they did a great job of it throughout the body of the relationship. I can tell you right now, it worked until when? That's right, until it didn't. And now it doesn't matter if you were discarded or you ended it. The point is you're out of it. My hope is you're healing and you're learning about yourself, perhaps healing childhood wounds and understanding that why you were in the relationship, why you stayed in it, and how you were manipulated and taken advantage of. The narcissist knew the whole time, from the minute they met you, they knew what you were, who you were, what they could extract from you, how to do it insidiously, how to do it slowly, and how to make you become a shell of yourself. In other words, how to steal all of your resources and your energy, place it into them so they can continue to leapfrog from you to another person, leave you like an empty boat on the ocean floating around in the sea because you have no rudder, you have no direction, because the narcissist has just pummeled you and they jumped off that ship onto another ship, and that's how they keep doing it, from ship to ship to ship to ship. That's what they do. But they left you floating, for this analogy, abandoned in the middle of the ocean, like the SS Minnow, if you remember that show. Something like that. And then you were shipwrecked. But what happened there? You figured out quickly, oh my gosh, this isn't Gilligan's Island. This is life. This is existence. This is abundance. This is beauty. This is narcissist free. And the narcissist never thought you would make it to shore, but you did. Think about it. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful, not about to be rainy Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. Focus on yourself. Learn, grow, teach. If not now, when? Take a class, teach a class, read a book, write a book. Become the best version of yourself possible. The world is now yours that you're narcissist free. Don't let toxic individuals in your path. Don't let them into your life. Block out the naysayers. Drown out the noise. Continue to move forward. Be authentic, genuine, and live your best life. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Remember that you are not alone. I love you. Have a great afternoon, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye.